Today we're going to talk about the triangle or pear shape. So if your hips are larger than your bust or your shoulders, you definitely want to watch this video and watch it all the way till the end, because I'm going to go from top to bottom and explain items and show you outfits that are going to flatter the triangle or pear shape the best. Hey guys, my name is Jamie and welcome to my channel. This channel is very fashion and style focused, and today we are going to concentrate on how to style the triangle or pear shape. So I already mentioned that this shape has hips that are larger than the bust or the shoulders. I also want to mention that a lot of times characteristics of this shape, this is a lot of times, not all the time, but a lot of times this shape is going to have a smaller bust. Usually they have narrow shoulders, and their legs are a little bit fuller as opposed to the apple shape, which has very thin legs. And so we are going to concentrate on mainly creating balance in the body, but I do want to say that there are a couple of different ways that you can choose to style this shape, and it's all personal preference. And so I'm going to give you recommendations, but take what recommendations work for you, as I always say. And you know what? If you just don't want to worry about it and just want to wear what you want to wear, and that's what you feel good in, then I say go for it. But if you struggle and really want to look better, I think a lot of these tips can be applied. And to go back to what I was saying, the two ways that you can style this body are: one, you can either enhance your curves. So if you're really curvy and you even have a bust and you like to show that off, you can probably wear things that are more for an hourglass shape, and they will make you look like you have an hourglass shape. So if you're the one that likes to enhance those curves and you want to wear fitted things, I say go for it. The main thing I'm going to concentrate on is the second way that you can style this shape, which is to create balance and still have curves in your body. And we're going to make the top half of you with these style tips actually become a little bit fuller, so your hips are minimized. And you can go either way. It's just your personal preference, and take these and use them and style them the way that works for you. And so I do want to mention that I have a lot of experience with this shape because my sister-in-law named Adrienne is blind. And so since I've been married to my husband for 16 years, I have styled her. I have helped her shop and helped her figure out what to wear. And so I have a lot of experience with this shape because she is a triangle or pear shape. And I love shopping with her because it's a lot of fun. She can wear a lot of things that I can't because of her narrow shoulders. And so a lot of this is based on basically what I would put on her and how I would tell her to dress. And so we're going to start by the style focus of this shape would be to add fullness to the top of the body, but still define that waist. And so you may have a defined waist if you are a triangle or pear shape, but you may not. It just depends on how much larger your hips are to that waist, bust, and shoulder measurement. If you have not watched my previous videos to this series, I'll link it above. There is a video where it shows you how to do your measurements and that tells you the 5 most common body shapes, so you can kind of figure out what your body shape is if you're not sure. So we're going to start. I'm going to put up the first outfit, which is called the flattering smocked top. And so I'm going to talk about necklines, sleeves, and tops that are all going to associate somewhat with this top that I have up. So if you are going to pick a top for your shape, then I recommend you finding necklines, which I love that you can wear these necklines. Not a lot of shapes can, but you can do boat necks, square necks, necks that come out a little bit wider and will make those shoulders look a little bit more broad. The cowl necks that add some interest and some fullness up here. You can wear crew necks and turtlenecks, mock necks, things like that, because it does help add fullness to the top. And a lot of these suggestions are for people that probably have less of a bust and really narrow shoulders. If you have a larger bust and narrow shoulders, these are probably going to work as well. But you can also do embellishments at the collar. You can do big collars, scoop necks, V-necks, really just about anything. And so this neckline is a square neck, and then now we'll get into the sleeves. So a puff sleeve, a cap sleeve. You can do balloon sleeves that are shorter, dolman sleeves, bell sleeves. The thing that I might stay away from are really billowy long sleeves that might enhance your hips. Now, if they're sheer and flowy and not so heavy, they're probably going to look fine. But if you get a really heavy, billowy long sleeve and it comes over your hips when your arms are down, it might make you look a little bit larger on bottom. So really, that's all you have to be aware of when you're thinking about what blouses to look for. So with this blouse, it does come probably, this is going to land right around the top of the hip line. And so if you're going to pick blouses for yourself, I would say find ones that actually come above the area where your hip is the widest. So you really don't want to accentuate the widest part of your hip. You want to either go above it or you want to go below it. So when you're thinking of your tops, jackets, anything like that, you can do cropped and have a high-waisted pant, and that looks amazing on you. This one comes to the hip. It does create a waist with that smocking. I put a smocked dress on Adrian the other day with a little puff sleeve, and it looked amazing because even though it's smocked, it does have an A-line to it and looks really good. So I did pair this with a pair of white jeans, which a lot of people might say you shouldn't wear white jeans if you are pear shaped, but I disagree with that. I think if you style them right, you can wear just about any color on the bottom. Now, it's a solid white. It doesn't have anything that is distracting to your body or anything like that, so I think a white jean is totally fine. And I love this outfit. I added just a heel that will give you some height. A lot of times with a pear shape, you could appear shorter than you are. So a lot of times a heel will give you some height, and even a pointed toe, if you could do that, will help lengthen that body and make you look a little bit taller, which is not such a bad thing. And the best style tops, so I can list them for you, like I said, is this smock top is great, peplum tops, wraps that are a little bit more fitted, and even if you can find one that's just wrapped at the top half of the body and fits at the waist, you could do ruffles at the shoulders, embellishments at the shoulders, puff sleeves, pockets you don't want to hit too low. If you're doing pockets, you can do the ones that have them in the front and they're at the top, so they bring your eye up and they add some fullness there. Crop tops, like I said. Another thing I love for the triangle or pear shape are striped shirts. So you can do the horizontal stripes and they're going to look really good. Just make sure they don't come down past your hip or hit the widest part of your hip. Make sure they come above. You can tuck them in. But stripes help to add some fullness to the top of your body, so they will help you to create some balance. And you can do prints, bright colors, anything that helps draw the eye up is going to be great on the top half of your body. So now let's talk about your layering pieces, which are my favorite. If y'all, I don't know if y'all know that I am a layering fiend. I love to layer. If I could live in cold weather and wear fall clothes the rest of the year, I would. But let's go ahead and talk about blazers and jackets, and I'm going to put up the ultimate mom jeans outfit. And this is more of a fall outfit, or you could transition from summer to fall in this. But I love this outfit. I have it in my online style subscription system, and this is just a blazer that is over a t-shirt and some mom jeans, and I just think it's an awesome outfit. So for blazers, you can do single-breasted or double-breasted. You can wear things that have larger collars, so anything that will add to your upper body. If you have really narrow shoulders, you can do cute puff sleeves and even shoulder pads. And so, you know, if you like that look, definitely the shoulder pads have come back, so you could do this really well. Just make sure the length of your blazers are going to hit above or below the widest part of your hip. And so you can wear them open. A lot of times with your shape, it looks better if you close them, but I have Adrienne wear hers open because sometimes I think that's too stuffy if it's not professional wear, and I just think that still looks really good. And so for jackets, I'm going to go ahead and put up the Florals and Pearls for summer, which is going to show you a denim jacket over a top, and I did choose a floral peplum top for this. And when you are choosing your jackets, and even your blazers can be this, try to find ones that are a little bit shorter, maybe that stop at the hip. Just make sure they don't come again to the widest part of your hip line. But the idea of this jacket, since it is a little bit shorter, I love that the top is a little bit longer than the jacket. So you're still getting that lengthening of your torso, and it's peeping out from underneath the jacket, which might be a little bit shorter in the denim jacket. And I think that really works for you. As long as everything lands above the widest part of your hip, I think you're good to go. And with this outfit, I actually did put a skinny jean, which we'll talk about bottoms in a minute, and it's dark and a solid blue with no whiskering, or, well, there's a little bit of whiskering, but there's not a whole lot of fading. But the jackets that you can do are cropped mid to mid thigh length. So if you want it long, you can definitely come down. Some that stop at the hip line work as well. Bomber jackets, because they can be a little bit more puffy, are great for you because they add a little bit more fullness to the top half of your body. Moto jackets, the same. And embellishments above your hip area on any jackets or blazers work. So you have a lot of great things that you can do with jackets and blazers. And I love the fact that whenever you're thinking about adding fullness to the top half of your body, one of the best ways that you can do it is with layering. And so that's why this is really great for the triangle or pear shape. Now, cardigans. So I have an outfit here which is called Cute Cami and White Jeans. And this cardigan is actually a longer cardigan. It comes down probably to the mid-thigh. And I just put it with a camisole that has some pretty scalloping at the neckline. The camisole is just going to kind of be straight down. It'll stop at your hip. And then it is a skinny jean, but I am okay with a skinny jean since you've got this longer cardigan on, and I think this is a really great outfit for the triangle shape. And so when you are looking for cardigans, you can do heavier knits if you want to. Just try to find more cropped versions of that. Anything that's long, you can do dusters, mid-thigh, anything that comes above the widest part of your hip you can do. And the thing that, and it's funny because it's in this picture, because a lot of people say stay away from pockets around the hip area, but these pockets on this cardigan are really light. The material is really light. So I think you can do this because it kind of disappears. It doesn't add a whole lot of bulk. Now, if this was a bulkier knit and had a pocket where it is, then I would say probably not a good idea unless that pocket is above or below the hips. So just try not to add any more to your hip area in something like this. So this is a great example of something you can do that kind of breaks the rules and looks really good because it is a lighter weight. So just think about those things as you are trying to figure out how to layer those pieces on top of the other pieces that you already have. So now let's go ahead and talk about bottoms. So bottoms for the triangle or pear shape are going to be ones that have a mid or high rise. So I'm going to go ahead and put up this outfit, which is called I'm Cute and I Know It. And so this is a paper bag waist pant, which is very on trend right now. The paper bag waist has come back into style the past couple years, and I think these are really cute. They're more of a straight leg and looser fit. And I put a top, which we just talked about tops, that I put one that has a really pretty print, a collar, and a pretty sleeve on it. So you would tuck this in and it would create really good balance on your triangle or pear shape. And so other pant options are going to be ones that are flat front. So a lot of times if they have pockets that are slit, they will pucker a little bit and show because of your hip area. So a flat front really looks the best. If you can find one that has a faux pocket that's sewn up that doesn't have the string to pull to undo it, then I think that's a great option too. You just have to be really careful with pockets around the hip area. And so any kind of straight leg like this, boot cut, flare, a slim straight would work. If you like skinnies or leggings, just make sure you wear the right kind of top or maybe a longer blazer or cardigan over them to help distract from the really tight bottom, because what we're trying to do with these styling tips is to create more fullness on top and balance it with the bottom. So if you have something really skinny on the bottom, it's not going to help with the balancing act that you're trying to achieve. But I do think you can do them. You just have to style them properly, because I do, I talked about my sister-in-law, and we found her a pair of thicker leggings that look really great on her. So if you're going to do leggings, do something that has a little bit thicker material to it, and they look a little bit more substantial. And then we just style longer things on top, more tunic styles that look really good. And then you can add a little bit chunkier shoe at the bottom that also helps create balance. You will hear me talk about that a lot, but I do think there are ways that you can wear skinny or legging styles on the bottom. You just have to style them properly. And so for jeans, of course, jeans are a staple in our closet. So for this shape, I think the best option is going to be a straight leg jean or boot cut or flare. And I'm going to put up this outfit, which is called Off the Shoulder for Day. And again, this has a beautiful off the shoulder top. I don't know if I mentioned that in a top, but an off the shoulder looks great if you have the narrow shoulders that are typical of a triangle pear shape. Then this will help bring those shoulders out and give you a little bit more substantial fullness on the top. So I love this outfit for the triangle or pear shape. And this is a straight leg. I know it's white, which a lot of people say wear darker on the bottom, but they're white, they're solid. I think they look really good, and I don't think they're going to distract too much from that off-shoulder top. So straight leg is great. If you do a skinny white jean, just make sure you style it properly and put the right shoe with it. And so you can do a cropped flare, which I love. That's a new style. They call them a demi boot or a kick flare. You'll see those as descriptions for these types of jeans, but they're cropped and they have a little bit of a boot cut at the bottom, and it's so cute. We just got a pair for Adrienne when we went shopping the other day, and I never even thought to put her in that, but when she tried them on, they looked really cute. So we ended up getting her a pair of those. So you could do something like that in the summer, and it's super cute. A trouser leg, so something a little bit more structured and straight down, and then a slim straight. And I talked about skinnies in the pants, skinny jeans. If you do a skinny jean, I think your best option is to find one that just is a solid color all the way down that doesn't have a lot of fading. If you like the faded look, that is fine. It would look best if you did a slim straight or a straight or a boot cut or something like that. A lot of people think the fading in the middle makes your leg look slimmer, and maybe it does. And so just do whatever you think works well for you. So now let's quickly talk about shorts, because we talked about a lot of the bottoms, and I'm going to put up the shacket and shorts outfit. And this shacket is another great layering piece for you. We actually got this for my sister-in-law, and it's really cute. And I've paired it with a striped t-shirt, which if you remember was a recommendation for you, and then just a knee-length Bermuda short. in a denim. And there is a little bit of fading on this, but I'm okay with that because you've got the longer shacket on, and I just think this is going to be really cute. I would just front tuck that t-shirt so it brings the eye up a little bit and creates the waistline. And then other styles of shorts. So high-waisted, mid to high-waisted are going to be the best again. Anything that's structured. On your bottoms, I didn't mention this, but I would stay away from really thin materials because they're going to show a lot more than structured, thicker materials. And the length of the shorts, I would probably stop at the narrowest part of your leg. So you definitely don't want to stop at the widest part of your leg, have it come down a little bit. But you know what? If you want to wear shorter shorts, just make sure they're not tight and they have a little bit of a looser leg. Paper bag waist, tie waist, the loose legs like I mentioned, and then denim shorts are great options for you. So now let's talk about dresses, and dresses are a great option for this shape. So I'm going to put up Have Fun in a Fit and Flare. A fit and flare would be my first choice for you, and fit and flares can be like this one. This is an eyelet, and I love that it has that little ruffle on the top, which will bring some balance to those shoulders. And then I did just put a simple slide heel on with this and some fun statement earrings. And so the dresses that you choose are best if they have an A-line bottom, and the fit and flare is perfect. A lot of fit and flares, even if they're fitted up top, are still going to look amazing on you. And then I have wrap dresses, sheath dresses, which will create a waist. A shirt dress is a great option for you because usually they have a collar and a tie waist, and they're going to look amazing because they're going to help balance you from top to bottom. And then anything with dramatic sleeves on it are going to look really good. And as far as length, I think you can do just about any length in a dress as long as it doesn't hit you in a weird spot. So when you try them on, just look. I think knee length, midi, and maxi are going to be the best because those are the ones that help lengthen your body, and that's going to be the best option for you. But if you like shorter dresses, just make sure they don't stop in a weird spot that makes you look too big on the bottom compared to your top part. And then any dresses that are belted are going to be great options for you too. So jumpers and jumpsuits and rompers, one pieces are good if you can find ones that have all of the characteristics or the recommendations for your tops and bottoms. So the thing about a jumpsuit is, since it is a one piece, it may not have the right top or bottom. So this may be a little bit harder for you to find, but if you do, I put an option here in this outfit called the utility jumpsuit. And this jumpsuit is great because it doesn't look like it is way too fitted. So it looks like it would fit at the top and create a little bit more fullness at the top since it has a collar in that sleeve. Has a tie waist. It buttons up so it'll be a little bit easier to get into, and it's got more of a wider, straighter leg on it that is cropped. And I think this would be the perfect option if you wanted to wear a jumpsuit. So look for jumpsuits that cinch in the waist but have a straighter, maybe wider leg. I would not do a skinny leg in a jumpsuit. And then something that actually brings some interest to the top half. So anything with a puff sleeve, a V-neck, something that's a little bit looser, that's maybe a, faux wrap or surplice V is what that would be called. So some things like that. An off-the-shoulder jumpsuit would be amazing because it helps bring those shoulders out a little bit. Any colors would work, and you can do prints. And then something that has an asymmetrical neckline would be great because it brings interest to the top. And then you can also do strapless. And so the bottom part of the jumpsuit can be cropped. It can be longer length, straight or loose legs. And you just want something that's going to skim over the body. So just make sure it's not too wide. And so those are the best options, I think, for jumpsuits. Rompers, the same thing. Looser shorts, tie in the waist, and then the top part of it, you just want to enhance your shoulders more. So, you know, an off the shoulder or even a button up with a collar and a puff sleeve would work. So I think separates are probably going to be the best. Jumpsuits might be a little bit harder for you to find, but there are some out there, and I will link all of the things in these outfits for you guys. So if you want to check them out, they're going to be linked in the description below. And so these are my suggestions for you. I do have a blog post associated with this, so it will be linked in the description below, so you can check it out, and there'll be lots of details in there, and there should be a PDF as well for you to download if you want an itemized list to remember what I talked about. But if some of these things don't work for your body, that is okay. These are just suggestions to try to help you style your shape a little bit better. But if they don't work for you, they don't work for you, and that is okay. So I think you just try some of the suggestions and see what works, because we are all shaped differently. Even if you are a triangle or pear shape, you're going to be a different triangle or pear shape than someone else. So just take them as they are, as suggestions. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. I would love if you subscribe to my channel and follow along with me, because I do about I'm trying to get to 2 videos a week. And I really love to give style advice, and I really wanted to do this series, and I've got one more coming up on the inverted triangle, which is going to apply to a lot of people. It's mostly a secondary shape that will help you figure out some things that work. But I hope you'll check that out. That's coming next week. And if you want to check out my style subscription, I really have to tell you about it because it's so cool, and it's why this channel was started. But it's called Your Guide to Style, and it will give you outfit suggestions. I have a guide in there for the triangle or pear shape. So if you want to check it out, go ahead and sign up. We have a 7-day free trial, and it's so inexpensive to use and so much fun, and it will give you lots of great style advice for outfits that are for every day and then for different occasions. And definitely check it out, because there are hundreds of outfits for the triangle or pear shape in there for you if you want to check some more out. All the outfits in here are from my style app, and there are lots and lots more, and you can shop the links in the app, so it's all there and done for you. So anyway, if you want to check that out, please go to our website. It's at www.yourguidetostyle.com, and thank you so much for watching.